Hmm.
Boop, 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 boop. Testing.
Feel like your head's getting heavier? It's probably because there's more wisdom in it now.
LOL. Hello, Stray. Saturday night. Good evening.
Even though you're lying down, your eyes are still energetic. Let me guess. You're spinning up those wild and intricate wanderer hunting stories in your head again, right? You look relaxed. I thought yesterday you said that you've been busy recently. Does this mean you are hiding from me? I remember how
Okay,
you used to
let's
love
see.
curling up here to take a nap.
Does it? Oh, yes, it does. I just need to, like, replay this for personal reasons.
Well, won't you look at that? Someone's still alive. You're too kind. I see something's troubling you. When you have a lot on your mind, you should treat yourself to a good meal. The body knows what it needs. Every dish in the connoisseur's menu, but it's waiting.
I love that 10.5 grams of soul thing.
Even at just 21 grams, the soul is one of the most precious gifts the universe has given to humanity.
How is it? Your satisfaction is our greatest source of motivation. I guess it can be if you're willing to pay. Try inputting these numbers in. There's all. Elis.
You're late.
When I show up on time for a deal, someone usually gets carried away. I'm fashionably late for good luck.
So, should I change? Oh, that's better. Okay.
No need to thank me. Get in.
Of course.
Thanks, I guess.
Anytime. Don't have to ask me twice. I love that he got me food.
Where is it? For you?
Empty. What do you mean?
As you can see, it's a pass to the arena.
If there was a ring in there.
No time for jokes. Where's the gold coin?
It was tampered with, so I
He's
fed
like
it to a
scanning
wand.
her face.
We can't have loose ends, kitten.
Oh my god. I love this cutscene. His face. I
You
need to like
destroyed it?
replay this and take a million pictures.
There are other ways to enter the arena. I can guarantee that. I'm being honest. You know that.
So serious.
Don't move.
What?
We're being followed. We're going to have to fight if we want to leave. Why don't we call a temporary truce?
We don't know how many are still in hiding. What are the odds?
With you, guaranteed victory. Hold on.
They're literally shooting from basically point blank, and we're just fine.
Evil Silas, huh?
Then you should help me fix that. Change of perspective. for regrets. Nice control. You're good at driving.
Anyone ever told you that your driving stability needs some work?
Any suggestions I don't consider are filed under never heard of it.
Amazing. Anyways, I guess we'll continue main story. As the protofield dissipates, the massive wanderer vanishes with it. The modified shell is still present when I fall to the ground. The arena's floor gives way because of the impact. I plunge into the boundless darkness along with the debris. My descent ends with a violent crash. Clouds of dust billow out around me. My entire body feels shattered. Waves of pain slam into me. My right arm. I can barely move it. Please don't be broken. Ooh, yikes. Clutching my stiff right shoulder, I squeeze through the cracks of the broken shell. A beam of light streams down through the hole above. It illuminates my position and reveals I'm in the middle of a towering corridor. Where's Silas? The floor was completely destroyed. I wonder if he also fell down. Silas! Pookie Bear! Silas? No response. I hope he's okay. Suddenly, I feel a faint tremor in my chest. I whip my head toward the end of the corridor. Its source is there. The vibration is soothing, and it gradually syncs with my heartbeat. My feet start moving on their own. Is it Silas? It's as if someone is pulling invisible strings. Okay. I hate when it does that.
Active life form detected. Verifying identity. Verification complete. Welcome back. 0. 0.
Oh. The sudden system malfunction warps the announcement into eerie static. It echoes between the high walls of the corridor.
Welcome back. Researcher Wesley.
Huh?
Welcome back. Researcher Dimitri.
Oh. Dimitri. I'm surprised for a moment, but the name fails to stir any significant emotions. Who is that again? I knew he was someone important.
Welcome back. Researcher Josephine.
Saw that one coming. Grandma. As each name is announced, the system's voice becomes gentler. The empty corridor is seemingly filled with the shadows of people walking through it once again.
Congratulations on regaining consciousness. Subject 001. How are you feeling today?
001. The first one is always significant. The voice is quiet as though it's waiting for my response. Grandma's documents also refer to me as a subject, and the system addressed me with the numerical designation 001. It's me, right?
The following has been detected in the test subject's emotional state: confusion, weariness, and anxiety. Physical pain signals are also present.
Imagine if therapy could be like that.
Subject
A machine
001.
just detects
Do
how
not
you're
be
feeling
afraid.
instantly.
The nearest researcher is located in the observation room for demonstrations. You are currently 126 meters away. Please follow the guidance lights immediately to receive assistance.
A pale blue light materializes on the floor. Arrows pulsate one after another and beckon me to venture deeper into the facility. As I walk, more passages branch off from both sides of the corridor. Deep Space Signal Analysis Lab, Cosmic Archaeology Archives, Genetic Extraction and Analysis Center. The Gaia Research Center's scope of scientific endeavors is far more extensive than I thought. I keep walking until I see Life in the future backtracker. Oh. Life from a higher plane of existence, emissary of the divine. Oh? Life from the ancient ocean, Lemurian civilization? Don't tell me Raphael is also... The labels point to different corridors, and each corridor houses a unique, specialized research team. Finally, I spot the sign for the Unicorn Research Team. It's pointing to the most prominent door at the end of the corridor. My heart pounds in my chest. The truth I've been waiting for is within reach, yet I'm hesitant. I'm suddenly afraid of facing my past. Maybe this is just a trap. But I've come too far to turn back now. I press my hand against the sensor in the center of the door. What about Silas and Caleb? The resonance triggers a vibration, and blue light courses through the circuit. It illuminates a massive door that has been dormant for so long. The heavy metal doors slide apart, and warm light pours in. I turn my head away and raise my hand to shield my eyes.
What game are we playing today?
In a dreamlike haze, I watch as a tiny girl runs past me and throws herself into the familiar embrace of the figure standing in the light. Grandma. I take half a step back and rub my eyes. The vision vanishes along with the warm light. Under the harsh blue LED lights, a figure stands behind the doorway, then slowly turns to face me. You.
You're finally here. It's
Oh,
been a
this
while,
Dimitri.
Subject 001. Our little bomb.
Excuse me? Dun dun dun. Dimitri. So that's why everything here still works, even though it was abandoned for years. The real reason you're in Charon, it's because you're guarding the research center.
Of course, this place holds the buried dreams of countless researchers, the seeds of world-changing discoveries. In addition,
Dimitri spreads his arms. It's somewhat of a dramatic welcoming gesture.
it's where you were born, your first home in this world.
I tighten my grip on the gun at my waist. I'm waiting for the next outrageous revelation.
Back then, the research team accompanied you every day. We raised you as if you were our own child. We believed you represented humanity's most intimate connection with deep space.
A flickering hologram appears behind him. Fragmented faces of figures huddled together manifest before dissolving into light and shadow. I don't recognize any of them, yet a warmth wells up from the depths of my heart.
After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, our team was disbanded. Many of us disappeared without a trace. I'm the only one who stayed here to keep watch. I knew you would return one day. I've been waiting for you for a long time.
You already knew who I was when you saw me at Charon.
Why, of course. I can recognize our most precious treasure anywhere. Your power is unique, after all.
He unconsciously moves half a step. Upon seeing me back away warily, his voice becomes even gentler.
Don't be afraid, my child. I've been waiting for you this whole time. I must atone for the sin I left behind. I know you have many questions. Go ahead. Ask them. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Seeing the sincerity in his eyes, I hesitate. Should I ask him a question? Probably. I might be close to the truth this time. I need to hear what he has to say. You said I was born here. Why don't you tell me what happened back then?
While not an ancient beginning, it was still sacred nonetheless.
A hologram of an energy graph depicting the process of planetary evolution appears in the center of the ruins. Planets are born and eventually they die. Then they're reborn only to die again. Visibly moved, he stares at the floating data curves on the display.
It's a beautiful cycle.
I asked about my origins, not humanity's. You don't have to start from when the Earth was formed.
You think this is the life cycle of a planet? It's not. It's a representation of your life, your power.
Am I like a planet destroyer? Is he crazy? Go on.
You are Ever's most wonderful, most magnificent creation.
He's really into it. A blank expression appears on my face. I can't even pretend to play along anymore. But Dimitri doesn't care about whether his audience is responding or not.
It began in 2034 when humanity received a faint signal from deep space. Once it was decoded, it revealed a story about a planet's quest for immortality. An ordinary planet achieved immortality by harnessing an inexhaustible cosmic energy source. They inspired us. And so, we conducted an experiment using collisions to recreate this inexhaustible cosmic energy. After several failed attempts, one proved to be a success. The energy, however, no
sorry.
one expected it to appear inside a child's body. And that child was you. The powerful energy fluctuations we were waiting for, they came from you. The power was impossible to analyze and measure. It only grew stronger as time passed. It grew like a planet and reached its peak on day 27. Then it started to decay on day 36. On day 41, it disappeared completely, dead. Then it was followed by an explosion. But shortly after, your power reconstituted itself and began to grow once again, just like a planet.
I'm sorry, what?
Therefore, we believe the power of the Aether core within your body is equivalent to the energy of a planet.
I don't think a planet is going to reconstruct itself after it blows up, but okay. With growing intensity, his gaze gradually shifts from the hologram to me. It's as if he's seeking my confirmation. I mean, these are very valid responses. In the dim lighting, Dimitri's fanatically contorted face becomes the very embodiment of his obsession, ugly and deeply unsettling. Despite my best efforts, I can't help but carefully phrase my next question. You're not sick in the head, right? I'm not trying to insult you, I'm genuinely concerned. I believe the part about you being a member of the Unicorn research team. And as far as I'm aware, Ever has been systematically hunting down their former members over the years. My grandma and other researchers were among those they killed. It's understandable that years of internal and external pressure have affected your mental state. You live alone in a place like the N109 zone. It's okay to get therapy. Oh my gosh, I forgot how savage MC is. LOL. I mean, it's also valid considering that he's freaking running a purge game. Dimitri's outstretched arms are slowly lowered as a look of dejection appears on his face.
I don't blame you for being skeptical. Even we who witnessed your birth firsthand were at a loss. We didn't know if we should let you grow up like a normal person or use you as a resource. Would this immense power lead to catastrophe?
There goes that caring facade. Took you long enough. Referring to this place as my first home and talking about a magnificent creation in the end, it was about making a massive profit. Even in the ramblings of a madman, fragments of truth lie hidden behind insanity. From his words, I can piece together whatever wanted to obtain via unicorn. They desired a new kind of energy that was far more powerful and plentiful than Earth's natural resources and protocore energy. Maybe that was whenever set their sights on the Aether Core.
You have no idea what kind of temptation lay before us back then.
While Dmitri is engrossed in his fervent monologue, I keep an eye on his unstable state. I also use this as an opportunity to examine the laboratory.
We had countless debates. The chrono rift catastrophe struck when we were in the middle of our endless back and forth. And then it happened. It will always be the most regrettable thing I've ever done. I can never make up for it in this life. My career, my dreams, my colleagues, those days we spent to achieve our goals.
Shout out to this voice actor. I'm really into it. Really going all in. Something's wrong with him. My gaze quickly shifts to the control panel some distance away from Dmitri. I discreetly get ready to use my evol.
It's over. It's truly over!
Seemingly drowning in penitence, Dmitri falls to his knees and triggers a hidden mechanism. A surge of energy rises from below. The large laboratory begins to shake as the rails rattle. Wait, it's not the laboratory that's shaking. Sensing movement beneath my feet, I quickly back away, but I slam into a wall instead of finding the door. A massive curved glass panel had silently descended behind me. Its cold surface blocks my escape route. Are they trying to trap me again? I barely pulled out my gun when curved glass panels, previously suspended above and diagonally in front of me, descend. The panels are about to create the perfect cage. I'll be stuck inside this spherical chamber like an insect preserved in amber. Silas! It's a mechanical trap. I had walked into the jaws of a beast as soon as I stepped through the laboratory doors.
Go on now!
Silas!
Fix our mistakes! Go on! Go!
Huh? With steady hands, I slip a small explosive charge into the last remaining gap before the glass panels seal themselves. Then I get down on the ground as fast as I can. Shockwaves reverberate throughout the spherical chamber. A strong force shakes my head. In spite of the pain, however, I hear the rails get jammed for a split second. I charge toward the explosion site without a second thought. Using my momentum, I smash my gun against the area where the glass panels meet. The impact forcibly opens a narrow gap barely half a palm wide. I immediately raise my gun to shoot. The bullets hit the area near Dimitri's feet, but they fail to stop whatever switch he activated. I aim my gun at him. A familiar energy emanates from the darkness behind Dimitri. As he stands up, my instincts scream as the new threat. I open fire. The bullets hit him, but he seems unfazed as he pulls out a weapon and aims it at me. Uh-oh. The powerful blast sends me flying and crushes what little chance of survival I had been desperately clinging to. Silas, where are you? Chaos, acne, the freezing cold. My body feels like it's being crushed. I must have blacked out for a bit. Fighting through the pain racking my body and the taste of blood, I force myself to get up inside the glass sphere. On one knee, I struggle to catch my breath. Below me lies a metallic floor made from an unknown material, and above me looms an inverted glass chamber. The familiar sight triggers a flood of memories. This is the deep space collision chamber. I was imprisoned here before.
Stop struggling, child.
The voice pierces the thick glass. The collision chamber has already been activated. It's now floating 6 feet off the ground. How epic would it be if all five boys showed up to save the day? But I'm also like, I have this like thing where I hope like the boys don't ever meet each other. I don't know, it's gonna be so awkward. Dimitri stands below, and the controller in his hand is stained with blood.
I already obtained the current data on your eval while you were in the battle.
He raises a chip in his hand.
Once I insert this into the chip reader, the equipment can use its antimatter capabilities to completely neutralize your energy.
Although there's a gentle smile on his face, the hate in his gaze twists into something grotesque. Disgusted, I turn away and try to concentrate on resonating with the collision chamber's energy source. I can't resonate with it. How is that even possible?
Go. Return to where you came from. You never had a place in this world.
I don't understand what he's trying to do to me.
Humans who foolishly try to control a power as great as yours will only bring disaster upon themselves.
So is he a good guy? I don't understand.
The Chrono Rift catastrophe and the Wanderers. It was all because of our greed. We should have never created you. With the hands that stained this world in sin, I'll put an end to it.
I see. I stand up while using the glass wall as support, yet vertigo hits me. Air is being drained out of the chamber. The pressure suddenly drops and the air in my body rapidly expands. At this rate, my lungs might rupture before anything else kills me. I hate to admit it, but I feel like I'm getting a sense of deja vu. My body recognizes this feeling before my mind does. My muscle memory is sending me a warning. It won't be long until I lose control of my limbs. I won't be able to feel anything, and my strength, even my thoughts, will slow down and fade into oblivion. That was who I used to be. I won't sit here and wait to die. My thoughts are sluggish as I watch myself in slow motion. I draw my weapon. Struggling to raise my arm, I pull the trigger and cause an explosion. Dangerous. But the energy burst from my weapon is absorbed by the active collision chamber. It can convert energy into fuel for its power source. My vision blurs. Not only is my strength being drained, but my body is also becoming numb. The glass chamber reflects the cold laboratory lights. They sketch out fragmented memories. It's the same collision chamber that I was violently thrown into as a child.
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky. It's all because of you. You are this world's calamity. We should have destroyed you years ago.
I've experienced this before. It was him at that time too. The contorted face of the young man begins to merge with Dimitri's weary, wrinkled face below. Then I lose my sense of direction.
Since that day, I've been the only one who is determined to destroy you. I failed before, but time proved to me that I was on the right side of history.
But aren't we, like, not from here? I mean, I guess we were just reborn, but, like, I don't know.
I will finish what I started and atone for my past failure.
This lunatic.
Be gone! Go back to where you came from! Just die already!
I refuse to let this maniac kill me. A powerful resonance resounds and builds within the chamber. It syncs up with the tremors deep within my heart. I desperately try to maintain control. I'm attempting to seal the weak spots the echoes create, but I'm fighting a losing battle. The resonance's energy hums and shatters invisible chains. My consciousness breaks free from its physical cage, and my soul rapidly surges forth. My consciousness disperses with the energy burst. Countless reverberations echo across this planet. And from deep space, a mysterious connection descends. My awareness gradually fades as my body feels weightless. The ethereal eye appears once more. It devours me completely this time. What am I? In boundless darkness, I drift through the cosmos. It's like I'm part of it. I am the cosmos. I see a planet on the brink of destruction, and the different paths it could take. Some explode like tiny fireworks before their life could begin. Others are further along in their journey. However, all of them perish. And at the end of their lives, each planet collapses inward. A tiny core takes its place. The one born from destruction, the Origo core, it suddenly floats in space as energy stirs from its slumber. Cosmic strings resonate with it, space-time twists and stretches. Everything and nothing has changed. The Origo core descends upon a planet nearing collapse. It's waiting for the end and its own birth. Huh? Hello? Hi. Good morning. Good evening on my side. All the sensations in my body disappear as the scene before me gradually fades into darkness. Suddenly, I hear a strong heartbeat and feel a warm power flow through me. It's a fragment from another place and time, yet it brings a familiar presence. Everything that was lost has returned to me. At first, they're just blurry images reminiscent of scattered, flickering stars in my mind. But as time passes, these images start to become clear. They slowly come together and form vivid, tangible scenes. Complete with sounds, textures, temperatures, and even the faintest presence, they are real and full of life. Unfamiliar fragments connect into a single, unbroken thread. Those past experiences, emotions, choices, and missions. Once again, they cross the barriers of time and space, carefully weaving themselves into the fabric of my existence. They become a part of me. How are you today? Silence, you're finally here. I suddenly break through the downpour of memories. My vision refocuses. The familiar black-red mist envelops the area. I'm shielded from the falling rocks and steel beams. Oh. Did you pass? I'm good. I had a pretty uneventful, chill day, and I'm just playing Love and Deep Space. I don't know if you know what that is. Meeting my stunned gaze, Silas relaxes his furrowed brow. An amused smile appears on his face. It's a dating sim game. They added new content, so I'm just going through it.
Nice explosion, little bomb.
Oh. That's so far away. August? Silas!
This place is collapsing. Give me your hand.
The hand reaching out to me now overlaps with the memory of that same hand breaking through the barrier many years ago. Oh. Fragmented memories flood my mind, but there's no time to dwell on them now. I force my aching arm to move and grab his hand. Silas yanks me out of the wreckage in one fluid motion. He secures his grip on my arm as he crouches.
Keep your eyes open this time, kitten. Watch how we escape and remember it well.
Cry. Overwhelming power lifts him up. It manifests behind him like a fiend that crushes all obstacles in its way. Its wings have blocked out the heavens. We soar past the crumbling debris and fly away from the depths. Dangerous explosions echo before. I'm sorry, did he just get... He just, like, pulled out his dragon wings. Holy shit, okay. Standing at the edge of the arena, I finally see the full extent of destruction caused by my uncontrolled energy burst. The entire central area has collapsed. Only a bottomless pit remains, its edges crumbling away. I leave Silas's side as that strange, detached sensation gradually fades. Dimitri, bound by tendrils of black-red mist, is thrown down before us. Oh, we brought him with us.
Our deal is complete. Now surrender your soul.
Ooh.
Monster!
There are two of us here. Who are you referring to?
Sassy. His unfocused gaze can no longer locate his enemy as he desperately claws at the mist coiling around his neck.
The terms of our deal haven't been fulfilled.
I only agreed to bring her before you. Foolishness and arrogance aren't valid reasons to breach our contract.
Silas violently grabs Dimitri by the collar. The mist swiftly coils around the former researcher's neck.
You underestimated how much she's grown. Look at you. Thinking she's still the little girl whose life you held carelessly in your hands.
Husband.
Like every gambler who overestimates themselves, you are not as clever as you think you are.
Ooh. That voice gave me chills.
I know who's behind the antimatter. Let me go.
With a contemptuous laugh, Silas forcefully turns Dimitri's head to face me.
Get a nice long look. It'll be your last. And do your best to remember the person who brought about your downfall.
Ooh. Evil. Evil Silas. Hot.
Die with a smile for us. All right?
Holy shit. As Dimitri's screams and body are swallowed by black-red mist, I turn my gaze to the center of the arena. One after another, muffled explosions resound underground. I hope you're enjoying this content. I don't know if this is your thing, but... I don't know if this is your type of game, but I hope you're enjoying it nonetheless. This place will be gone after today. It won't reappear anytime soon. The laboratory that was never meant to exist might hold a few childhood memories. I might have cried in some corner or laughed in front of a platform. Perhaps I made those researchers, who saw me as an otherworldly specimen, believe I was just a normal child for a moment. Or maybe none of that ever happened, but it doesn't matter anymore.
How much do you remember?
A lot, but it's all jumbled up. I ignore whatever happened to Dimitri and look at Silas. The deal you made with him, was it when I escaped from the research center?
Yeah.
Did you bring me here so I can remember everything? He doesn't look at me. Instead, he speaks as if he's addressing the darkness beneath his feet.
You would have done this sooner or later.
Okay.
That's just who you are.
Then shouldn't you be worried about my power destroying you in this world?
Should I be?
LOL. I stare at his profile to emphasize my point. Right now, I can't control my power when it fully manifests. Assuming it happens again, everything here might be destroyed like my soul. With a slight smile, Silas shakes his head. He raises his hand to draw my attention to something. Boop. A familiar linkage materializes between our wrists to bind us together. Oh no, not again.
Sorry, but your soul doesn't have the privilege of leaving whenever it wants.
That's okay.
It will
I'll
keep
take
you
it.
bound to me for all of eternity. Our connection transcends this place and this world.
Screech. Save that voice line.
So, are you done looking around?
I guess there's nothing else to see. Silas nods and turns to leave. As his arm moves, the linkage forces our steps to be in perfect sync.
We're done here. Let's go home.
Let's. In the vast cosmos, my power has no starting point or destination. It appeared when the universe was created. It's a fundamental law etched into the fabric of existence. At some point, a force weak yet unbreakable began to bind me. And with it came an endless fall. That's a good question. I don't know. Where do I even begin? It's like, so it's a dating sim, and you play as a main character, and there are 5 boys, and you're just kind of figuring out who you are and your relationship to the other 5. To put it in its simplest terms, but we're still, because this game is like relatively new, so you know, there's a lot of mystery that we don't know yet. And yeah, I guess you're just the main story is just figuring out who you are, where you came from, why you exist, and where they came from, I suppose. I don't know. Let's see. In a majestic arena floating among nebulae, a boy and girl stand, soaked in blood. They're greeted by thunderous cheers. When it comes to killing wanderers, Silas and I always have perfect coordination.
You're not going to team up with me this time?
Ew, is that what he sounds like as a kid? I hate teammates who try to steal my points.
Then, what do you hate more? Teammates who steal your points? Or teammates who can't keep up with you?
Well, teammates who sound like that. You're so annoying. If you steal my points again, I'm throwing you into Tartarus.
Okay.
Give me your hand. We're a team now.
Yeah.
The disconnected scenes flash by in a random order. Sometimes they're blurry and hazy, other times they're crystal clear. As time marches on, the deep space tunnel, vast and capable of tearing apart any form of energy, separates us. So we were separated. The memories dissolve into my current reality. Images overlap. I recognize the figure before me, but now he's tall and imposing. He descends with his fierce pride. Below the sky, he materializes before me. In the destroyed laboratory, he silently stares at the collision chamber before smashing through its barrier with his fist. Oh, this is the past. Okay. In the timeless N109 zone, I fall into a deep dreamless slumber. When I finally open my eyes again, it takes me a while to reorient myself. I stare at the intricate patterns on the ceiling for a long time before a single fact slowly dawns on me. I'm alive. Not really. I just take my VODs and upload it to YouTube. But I do have a channel. Like, I just take my live streams and I put it on there. There's only one video there. I kind of recently started streaming, so but I have other previous live streams that I have recorded that I've been meaning to upload, but I've been like encountering some technical issues, so they're taking a while. But hopefully soon I'll have them uploaded. Oh, thanks. As if a switch has been flipped, I finally become aware of my surroundings. Outside, the distant roar of gunfire and artillery sound resound while music plays nearby. Didn't the Zoyan hunt end? Mephi! Mephi, what are you? I sit up and look around. Mephisto is perched on the bedside table. He bobs his head under Silas's finger like a chick pecking at grain. That's cute. Why are you here?
Shouldn't you be asking that to the person who carelessly fell asleep?
Oh. I raise my hand but don't see the familiar linkage. Massaging my temples, I realize my distant memories have started to blur with reality. How long was I out? Don't tell me it's been 4 or 5 days.
You would have starved to death in that case.
LOL. Silas is lounging in a small armchair next to the bed. He's looking out the window. Several gemstones, 3 wine glasses, and a marker are scattered across the nearby side cabinet, small table, and door.
It's morning. And more importantly, it's been 3 days since the Zoian hunt ended.
Oh.
Overtime is almost over.
I think there's a link in my about. Hopefully I did it right. But there should be a link, just like a YouTube link. I can double check. Yeah, there should just be a link on my Twitch about or descriptions wherever you find those things. Don't stress about it either. There's nothing there. A terrifying explosion resounds in the distance. Seconds later, the windows rattle from the shockwave. The arena is in ruins. Why would anyone still fight to be its owner?
For certain people, that place still has important stuff. And with Dmitri out of the way, their battle will be more ruthless.
Silas's gaze is still focused on what's happening outside, his hair swaying because of the shockwaves. He maintains an aloof attitude. Curious about what he's looking at, I get out of bed and approach the window, but I can't make it there before settling into the small armchair. I nudge Silas so he can make room. What's going on? My whole body feels weak. It's like I've been thrown into space and had to orbit Earth 3 times. You didn't hit me while I was asleep, right?
Between the two of us, you'd be the one to do that.
Did I hit you while I was sleeping? Silas holds up 2 fingers and glances at my right hand.
Twice.
LOL. I had no idea. I was dreaming the entire time. Maybe I got too excited. Silas finally turns to face me. He gently takes my wrist and gives it a light shake.
Are you well rested now?
More or less.
Let's go then.
Mephisto takes this chance to sneak away, snatch an empty wine glass, and fly out the window. Is he gonna drink it? Oh, was it empty? Silas stands and stretches before picking me up.
Time to eat.
It isn't unlike Silas, it isn't until Silas makes me sit at the dining table that I realize just how hungry I am. I devour everything in sight until I'm stuffed. Strength gradually returns to my weary limbs and I start to feel clear-headed. I slowly finish the last of my juice. Then I carefully nudge Silas's leg under the table to let him know I have a question.
I see you're disregarding table manners, kitten.
LOL. I was worse during our first meal together. Isn't it a little late to start worrying about etiquette? Was I? I don't remember. Something cries out near the window. Mephisto, who had been absent during the meal, taps on the glass and squeezes through the gap. He drops a dark-colored object into my hands. What is this, a flash drive?
A biometric key from the Gaia Research Center.
I tighten my grip on it. Then what are those people really fighting over? Silas pauses as he holds his drink. It's as if he's unsure about how to respond.
We'll talk when you're more sober.
Am I drunk? On juice? You're also one of the contestants during overtime. When did you...
Luke and Kieran are more than capable of dealing with those fools.
The key shows signs of age and someone has scratched off its identification number. It's impossible to tell which researcher served as its original owner. Possessing the key means having authority over the abandoned Gaia Research Center, even though it's nothing but ruins now. A wisp of black-red mist creeps up the back of my hand, forces its way between my fingers, and tries to take the key away. Silas?
That's my trophy. Give it back.
You're just letting me look at it? Silas stretches his long legs to push his chair. He leans back against it as he uses his index finger to guide the mist. It's still pulling on the key. Dismissing the idea of letting go, I clutch the key with both hands and lunge toward him like a sparrow drawn to a grain of rice.
Your theft techniques are getting sloppier by the day. Are you going to headbutt me to death before you loot my body? Sit.
Yes, sir. Silas has me rest against him, and when he sees me still holding the key with both hands, he laughs.
You're a persistent thief.
Since you've already shown it to me, I can borrow it at some point, right? You're very generous.
You had a nice meal and are on your way to a full recovery. Yet the first thing you do is come up with a plan to steal my stuff.
I'm not doing that. He's not insisting on taking the key back, so I secretly breathe a sigh of relief and change the subject. I've decided to talk about my more recent dreams. I wanted to ask you something ever since I woke up, but you kept steering the conversation in another direction.
Hmm?
I saw us fighting wanderers in some kind of interstellar arena. Do you know anything about that?
What else did you see?
My gaze drifts from my hands to his shoulder and then to the light reflected from the wine. Dancing on the wall, I continue in a softer voice. Sorry, I read that so weird. We fought countless wanderers and monsters that looked like modified humans, then we were the only ones left in the arena. The crowd went wild and screamed for us to fight each other to the death. It doesn't matter where you are in the cosmos, every gladiatorial arena created by intelligent life abides by the same rule. There can only be one victor, so...
Either I kill you, or you kill me.
I sit up straight and touch the corner of his eye. I'm searching for that hidden color in his right eye. But when we faced each other, you didn't attack. Instead, you took my hand and asked if I wanted to escape together. That nebula was more chaotic than an abyss. I didn't see how it ended. Did we manage to escape?
What do you think?
He brings his empty wine glass closer and presses its cool surface against my forehead.
If we hadn't, then who exactly are you looking at right now?
Reincarnation, and I don't know. We're pretty special, huh? Yes, we are.
Speaking of which, you never doubted yourself, or worried about my capabilities for that matter.
Then you went through hell and back, barely escaped with your life, and arrived in the N109 zone before it fell?
More or less. Have you ever considered that me landing in the N109 zone wasn't a coincidence?
It's because of the Gaia Research Center. Silas remains nonchalant. I found some documents in the corridor of the old facility. The Unicorn Research Team, or rather the Gaia Research Center as a whole, was attempting to establish contact with deep space. The Unicorn researchers wanted to recreate a powerful cosmic energy source which exists within me as an aether core.
Do you believe what Dimitri said?
Sure. I believe him. Dimitri's words correlate with the data we have. He wasn't pretending. Strip away the outlandish claims, and his message is actually quite simple. I possess destructive power. Trying to keep my thoughts from dwelling on Dimitri's fanatical declarations, I turned Silas's glass in my hands. Something weird happened in the collision chamber. I was about to lose consciousness. This planet, the starry sea above us, and the depths of deep space that are invisible to the naked eye, they all seem to have some kind of force that resonates with me. Were those things aether cores or something else? Now when I think about the deep space tunnel in the sky, I feel like I've gained an understanding that goes beyond what's currently known about it. It's not the source of all disasters, it's a bridge connecting us to civilizations more superior than humanity's. This main story is giving more answers than I thought it would. Maybe Dimitri wasn't lying. It's possible I have the power to destroy everything. My thoughts travel through that darkness in the collision chamber and how I sank into an overwhelming strength. It's strong enough to erase an entire planet. What lies dormant inside me is powerful and uncontrollable. Suddenly, a hand grasps my chin. My gaze lands on Silas's disinterested expression.
When I pulled you out of the giant glass tank, you looked like you were in so much pain that you wanted to die.
Cry.
If it really hurts, then stop. Don't force yourself. And don't ever make that face again while you're at it.
I look directly into his right eye. The mesmerizing aether core within it remains tranquil, and my racing thoughts slowly calm down. You can always pull me back, right? Just like before? Whoosh. Are you mad? I didn't do anything. As I look up at him expectantly, Silas stays silent for a moment. Then he appears interested. Grabbing my hand, he leads me outside.
No, but you slept for too long. I'm bored.
Oh well. So where are you dragging me off to? Do you want to have some fun?
I'll help you get used to wielding devastating
just woke
power.
up.
That way you'll be a bum who doesn't always think about self-destruction.
Training. We enter a familiar, dimly lit room. Silas helps me into the egg-shaped gaming pod. He puts the hologram helmet over my head. I love that he's a gamer. As the pod slowly closes, my body tenses. Silas taps on the glass. Although I can't hear anything outside, I read his lips. Now come, conquer everything in your path, starting with me. Can do. Oh, we're fighting. Yeah, I thought it was also just story.
It's time to get moving.
When I first played this game, I was so shocked to learn that
Are
there
you
was
prepared
combat
to keep
like
up
this.
with me?
Take
Kind of
this.
insane.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
Don't rush in carelessly.
Damn it! It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. This is only the beginning.
Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
That's more like it. Watch out, it's gonna attack.
My turn.
You're too close. That's my spot. Don't forget about the person next to you when you run into trouble.
Who says I ran into trouble? Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's
Are we
plenty to go
winning?
around.
Let's settle this in one fell swoop. We're halfway there.
It won't take
Girl,
long for us
you
to be
need
done.
dodge.
Go back to the pit you came from. Take this.
It's time to serve the main course. It's time for an energy storm.
Level everything to the ground.
Can do it without dying.
It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. It's time to meet your maker.
LOL.
You got beat up. Don't force
Okay.
yourself.
I can still take a hit.
Nice try. The AI, the auto fighting, it's usually works out, but I guess in this case I'll just have to do it myself. They don't ever dodge.
A challenge will always be exciting. Are you prepared to keep up with me?
Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
Watch out. It's gonna attack. Don't rush in carelessly.
Damn it. Silas,
It can't escape.
bring it on. You were sloppy.
My eyes were locked.
Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
Its attacks are getting stronger. Move.
Silas,
It can't escape.
bring it on.
We're halfway there.
Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around. Silas, are you okay?
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
You won't escape. Take this.
It's time to serve the main course. It's your time to shine. It's time for an energy storm.
Everything to the ground. Aren't we becoming more in sync by the second?
Wasn't it obvious?
Oh well, thanks. That was trickier than I imagined. After matching wits with Silas for 47 rounds, my heavy eyelids forced me to be the one to call it quits first. I slept so deeply that when I woke up, I found myself in my own bed. I had been moved there and didn't even stir once. Was I really that exhausted, or do I trust him too much? I massaged my throbbing temples as I recalled the information I received during our break last night. Silas's curiosity was piqued by these mysterious antimatter weapons, and he decided to investigate their origin. Luke and Kieran were equally thrilled. They rubbed their hands together as if to say, "We finally have something fun to do." They're so cute. Given the usual efficacy of Anakindness's leader, that mysterious hunter will soon cross paths with an odd little group consisting of a boss man, two troublemakers, and their crow. What a gang. As for the key found in the ruins of the Gaia Research Center, will it unlock the secrets of a hidden past or take me down another path that leads into an unknowable future? Either way, it's what I have to investigate next. I look around the room to find every curtain has been drawn shut with great precision. Not even the smallest sliver of light can get in. My place got turned into a cave, basically, and only he'd do that. That's so sweet. I walk to the window. As soon as I pull back the curtains, blinding light floods my vision. It's snowing? As far as the eye can see, a cold radiance has engulfed the city. A blanket of snow covers every building. It's snowing in Lincoln? For a while, I've been investigating my past and uncovering Ever's secrets. And now this ever-changing, precarious world seems to face an unprecedented crisis. Protofield disturbances, climate anomalies, some say Earth's climate system has broken down, and a disaster comparable to the Chrono Rift catastrophe is imminent. Others claim Earth is on the verge of collapse. All tectonic plates will shatter, and thus human civilization will end. Yet among all these discussions about the end of the world, Earth's collapse, and civilization's downfall, what actually descends upon Lincoln City is a silent snowfall that transforms the city into a pure white expanse overnight. Backtrackers, Lemuria, everything is starting to make sense now. But what about the life on a higher plane of existence, the emissary of the divine? Transition into Zane?
Long time no see. Back from your leave already? Captain Jenna said you had some personal matters to take care of. Is everything okay?
For my administrative leave, only Jenna knew about my visit to the ruins of the Gaia Research Center in the N109 zone. After hesitating for a moment, I shake my head and smoothly change the subject. I'm fine. You could say I went back home. By the way, have you heard of the term emissary of the divine before? It's supposedly connected to civilizations on a higher plane of existence. Among all the rampant doomsday theories, the concept of being watched by civilizations with higher dimensional beings is actually the easiest to understand. I know, right? This game in general is surprisingly good, hence why I've continued to play it.
It can mean a messenger who can communicate with godlike entities.
Even if they do exist, finding someone like that would be harder than finding aliens.
I suppose voice acting is probably a top priority when you're doing a dating sim, though, so... The sound of typing behind me suddenly stops. When I raise my head, I see Nero has come over to join the discussion.
And if those higher dimensional life forms aren't saying anything, well, even an emissary might not know they're one.
I've also heard that the next mass extinction might be just around the corner.
She said that with a lot of pep. Nero silently rubs the area between his eyebrows. He's unconvinced.
Isn't that just propaganda spread by prototists to push for the development of protocore technology?
Not necessarily. In this vast, endless universe, who knows how many civilizations are locked in battle? Our Earth might be the only surviving blue dot among them all.
That's very, what's the word? Oh, the. Maybe ever thinks our civilization is already approaching the limits of biological evolution. Pursuing the transcendence of evolution to counter the supposed crisis, that must be their true objective.
As a side note, there were strange omens before the 2034 Chronorift catastrophe. A polar night was present for 3 consecutive days.
While conversing, everyone unconsciously turns to look at the heavy snow outside. It falls as if descending from the cosmos itself. So it's still
Regardless of
snowing?
whether Earth falls apart or the world ends, as long as the subway runs and wanderers exist.
Am I a bit ill? No, I'm okay. Why do you ask?
We need to fulfill our duties as hunters and protect this city.
It's 5 p.m. and a lecture titled Life's Boundaries is underway in Lincoln University's largest lecture hall. Oh, that's just how I sound all the time because my nose is very small. So, what do you say? Just not I was like born with a very small nose, so not enough airflow, I suppose. LOL. I've always had people telling me that I have a really small nose and mouth growing up. I don't have a bridge. So when I wear glasses, they fall. They slide a lot. I think a lot of people have like that bridge on their nose. I don't have one. I have a very small nose. Airflow, very tight. So it's always clogged 24/7. People think, a lot of times people think I have a cold or ask if there's like allergies. But no, that's just what I live with for the rest of my life. Aside from medical students, students from other departments have taken a seat to listen. In the packed lecture hall, the speaker stands. His back faces a projection of a beating heart model, and his authoritative voice is steady. Authoritative voice.
Life itself is not endless.
Hello. Welcome.
Life and death, health and illness. These seemingly opposing concepts maintain the balance of life itself.
An inquisitive student raises her hand.
But with today's medical technology, we can potentially do gene editing, cellular regeneration, and even human modification. If immortality becomes achievable, why should we still accept death as the end of life?
If we set aside morals and ethics, these technologies could make immortality possible. But this also means that our goal in the medical field has shifted from conquering disease to conquering death itself.
Zane's gaze sweeps across every face in the room, his tone remaining calm as usual.
To conquer disease is to extend life, but to conquer death is to control it. Can we still call ourselves humans after being modified and losing human characteristics? How do we even define human existence?
Hushed discussions fill the lecture hall. Zane looks toward the back as someone quietly opens a door. What time? It is 12:33 a.m. What time is it for you? Did I just skip some? I'll open the door. A familiar figure appears. She quickly slips into the back row, her coat leaving a trail of melted snow on the floor. He quickly shifts his gaze and continues with his previous point.
Life can be extended, but the cycle of life and death should not be
10:34 in
controlled.
the morning? Bro, I can't even imagine waking up at that time. LOL. I am not a morning person. To me, that's early. After the lecture ends, Zane is completely surrounded by eager students. I sit in the back row and wait as students file out behind me.
Did you see the news? How could they accuse Dr. Zane of disregarding human life and abandoning his patients? They're saying he has no ethics.
Oh, right, school. I suppose that makes sense.
It all started when some government official's kid got diagnosed with protocore syndrome. They tried to use their family connections to pressure Dr. Zane into prioritizing their surgery.
Is this about, Kevy, I think was the kid's name?
But he refused and went to treat another patient who
maybe
needed
not.
more urgent treatment.
Oh. So that's why they're spreading all those nasty rumors about Dr. Zane online. What a piece of work.
As the students' conversations fades into the distance, I stop eavesdropping and nod in quiet agreement. Spotting a few reporters approaching the lecture hall, I catch Zane's eye and wave. I silently mouth a sentence. Come here, Zane. Zane glances in my direction, nods, and makes his way through the crowd of students.
That will be all for today. Someone is waiting for me.
After helping Zane dodge the reporters, we leave the university and stroll through the snow-covered streets, bathed in evening's golden light. You're good at making complex topics clear and accessible, Dr. Zane. If I were a few years younger, I'd sneak into your lectures every day.
Really? What was the second key point from the third section?
LOL. Faced with Zane's knowing smile, I sigh and turn to walk in the opposite direction.
Where are you going?
I need to find a time machine so I can hear your brilliant lecture from start to finish. 3, 2, before I can finish my silent countdown, he grabs my hand.
Come back. I only saw you arrive near the end of the lecture. The time machine must have not been invented yet.
Coffee in hand, I sit down on a roadside bench as Zane hands me a weathered envelope.
Here's the information you requested.
The wax seal on the envelope is still intact. The documents themselves have small creases. Exchanging documents while sitting on a bench were like those secret agents trying to save the world in the 008 movies. Oh, like 007, but 008. LOL.
Given what you've asked me to investigate, it is certainly a secret that concerns the fate of the world.
Oh. Isn't this the same flash drive I had with Silas? I vaguely remember Zane mentioning Dr. Noah's Arctic expedition research, which might be connected. The cryptic patterns etched into the keys seem to point toward the traces of a primordial civilization.
14 years ago, a research team ventured into the Arctic to study life's boundaries. They made an unexpected discovery in an ice cave. According to the surviving documents, the pictographs they recorded in the ice cave bear a striking resemblance to the patterns on the biometric key. Some members of the expedition team mysteriously disappeared. Others joined the Unicorn research team. Dr. Noah has a photocopy of the expedition journal. It's incomplete, but he hopes it can help you.
Signals from deep space, they ate the core, the key. The clues form an intricate web in the darkness. It stretches across the boundaries of time and space. Almost unnoticeable, each strand is being woven into place. They're waiting for that singular moment when everything is taut. Please thank Dr. Noah for me. How's he doing? What about Pi and the others?
He and the animals are doing well. You remembered to ask about the animals, but have you forgotten something?
You? It dawns on me. Do you need special attention too?
Do I look invincible to you?
Thinking about how rare our meetings and calls have been lately, I feel a twinge of guilt. So, how has Zane been lately? Have you been sleeping well? Do you still have nightmares?
I'm doing well.
Don't lie to me. For some reason, my words elicit a soft chuckle from Zane.
You've already made time to pick me up after class. And since I'm on my way to work, why don't you walk with me? You can do it as you head back to the Hunters Association.
At what time do I get to work? I don't. Traffic is at a standstill during the evening rush hour. Fortunately, Oxo Hospital and the association are within walking distance, so we decide to continue on foot. Snowflakes dance through the streets as the intersection's traffic light turns red. The flow of vehicles stops. Pedestrians pause on the sidewalk, their heads tilted upward as they wait. They watch the massive holographic display flicker above the intersection.
Ever has officially launched the Fountain of Ite initiative. In addition, we urge all citizens to stay safe while traveling. If there's an emergency, please seek immediate assistance from the evil police or deep space hunters.
She sounds like she said evil police.
Something happened at Azure Square in Imperial Ring Park. They're saying the Alterum appeared or something.
No wonder the news keeps telling us to be careful lately. Having wanderers around was bad enough. Now we have to deal with the Alterum too. With one disaster after another in this godforsaken world, maybe it should just end already.
I can't help but stifle a laugh. As the light turns green, traffic and pedestrians start moving again.
And for our final story, a medical controversy surrounding protocore syndrome has drawn widespread public attention.
Are doctors healing or killing? And the future of protocore syndrome. These sensational headlines drift past my ears in quick succession. Despite being at the center of this media storm, Zane doesn't even glance at the screen. The news keeps using that same stone-faced picture of you from Oxo Hospital's website. It's basically decades old at this point.
What? Are you tired of looking at it?
LOL. I was just thinking, if Dr. Zane had smiled even 1 pixel's worth in that photo, then maybe these rumors wouldn't have gone far. Zane tilts his head, as if he's playing along. He shows the tiniest hint of a smile. But no matter what challenges or criticism you face, nothing seems to shake your decisions or judgment.
What about you? Although you're not saying anything, I can tell something is on your mind. If it's a long story, well, this path might be short, but we can always turn around and walk some more.
Nothing ever escapes his notice, huh? After hesitating for a moment, I tell him about what happened to me in the N109 zone.
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky, it's all because of you. You are this world's calamity. We should have destroyed you years ago.
The Gaia Research Center, the Unicorn Laboratory, the Collision Chamber, and the Spatium Core I absorbed into my body. That man's final moments filled with resentment and rage remain vivid in my mind. I'm constantly reminded of one thing. I don't belong in the world that I thought I knew so well.
So what you're saying is that they almost put you down in the N109 zone.
You didn't have to phrase it like that. He wanted to dispose of me like I was some kind of medical waste. Zane's lips curve into a slight smile as he tucks my cold fingers into his coat pocket. I'm walking down this path now. It's strangely surreal.
Are you more lost now? Or more certain?
Lost. Well, my very existence feels too strange. It's almost unreal. But does my existence mean anything in this world if I don't have my power? His hand warms my fingertips and I gently squeeze it.
Any identity is just a role we temporarily play. It doesn't encapsulate the meaning of one's existence. Even without the identity and responsibilities they assign to you, you've been living just fine.
What if I end up destroying this world one day?
Give me a heads up before you do. I'll make sure to use up all my vacation days first.
That's so real. At the last intersection, our brief walk quickly comes to an end amidst a crowd. After we cross the street, we'll return to our work and face the challenges that life has in store for us. Yeah, a full-time job. A wave of sadness washes over me because we have to say goodbye already. I force myself to smile. Let's do our best, Zane, at our full-time job.
Wait.
Just as I take my hand away from his, he catches it again. Then he pulls me closer, and I'm almost completely enveloped in his coat. Looking down, I notice he's carrying his laptop bag and a simple, understated gift bag. I think so. I think I have some chores to do. He takes out a scarf from it. The soft fabric gives off a gentle, warm glow under the streetlight. Today's not even a holiday. Why do you have a gift for me?
I didn't have a good excuse. But after hearing about your rather fascinating origin story...
He slightly leans down and carefully wraps the scarf around my shoulders.
Let's call it a celebration of your arrival in this world.
A mix of uncertain emotions wells up inside me. They gradually melt away with the warmth of his touch. Did you find time in your busy schedule to knit this scarf, Dr. Zane?
I picked it out. Is it not sincere enough?
He raises his hand to smooth my disheveled hair. The snowflakes that land on his forehead slowly melt away.
Whether it's ever or something else, the path you've chosen will be full of challenges. You'll encounter many people with ill intentions. But more importantly, you must be confident about your own choices. There are certain things that you can never take back.
In the vast expanse of snow, neither of us takes a step forward. Then my first correct choice for today must have been seeing you.
Thank you for choosing me.
Sorry, I don't choose you, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. With 10 seconds left on the green light, he waves goodbye with his back turned before walking into the snowy, dusky blue twilight. I watch his figure disappear into the distance before tightening my grip on the documents that stick out like a sore thumb. Looking around the bustling intersection, I'm surrounded by a constant flood of noise and information. It seems every sound and flash of a screen pushes people toward their next split-second decision. With this key, I might finally unlock the secrets from 14 years ago. They all involve the Aether Core, or rather, my own secret. I take a deep breath and turn toward the street that will lead me to the association. I'm gonna try to do my best. I have some characters built, but you have 100%. I can try. I don't know, but would I be able to log into your account though? I guess I could. I would just change it to EU server. I don't know how that ping is gonna work out, but I can try. If you want me to do your abyss, lol. Yeah, that ping might be a pain, but yeah. I'll still try. Yeah. Yeah. Heavy snow falls steadily as darkness settles earlier than usual. Standing tall in the heart of the city, Oxo Hospital remains brightly lit as always.
Are doctors healing or killing? Exposing the dark truth behind Axo Hospital's division of cardiac surgery? What kind of ridiculous headlines are these?
Oh, please. Dr. Zane has plenty of connections. He's treated everyone from the mayor to gang members.
I'm gonna just finish this section of the story stuff and then I'll switch.
Besides, Oxo Hospital has plenty of friends in reputable media outlets. If it comes down to a media war, no one can predict the winner.
You don't appear to be very busy.
Everyone instantly straightens up like soldiers at attention once they hear a familiar voice. Nervous, they greet Dr. Zane.
Grayson, contact Dr. Joel at Chansha Hospital and ask him to send over the files for those protocore syndrome patients. We need to develop a new treatment plan for the patient with abnormal symptoms in bed number 12. They were transferred from the ER.
Got it. I'll contact him right away.
We might see more cases with abnormal symptoms. With patients being frequently transferred from the ER, everyone needs to be on call.
After methodically delegating the remaining tasks, the staff watches as Zane disappears down the hallway.
Dr. Zane's composure is something else. He's not that much older than us, too. How is there such a huge gap?
He's ancient. His soul is ancient.
It's like the difference between gods and mortals. We can only admire him from afar. Come on, let's get back to work. The best way we can help Dr. Zane is by doing our jobs well.
At 2:30 a.m., Zane gets into his car after finishing his work. A notification pops up on his phone. The hospital director approved his application for the medical research project. His phone rings. Zane glances at the screen. It's Dr. Noah.
Zachary just called. He said you want to join the Fountain of Ate research project?
Excuse me? Okay.
Yes.
This isn't surprising to Zane. He can already imagine the two Oxo Hospital higher-ups discussing the matter.
Thank you for convincing the director, Dr. Noah.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
You decided to do this after returning from Mount Eternal?
Silence fills the air in response, but the answer is already clear.
You make decisions surprisingly fast whenever it involves that incident. I can't tell if the past is a chain that binds you, or a force that drives you.
Zane lowers his gaze, his expression remaining perfectly unfazed. Not a single hint of emotion appears.
Perhaps it's both.
You're still young. You're not alone in this world. Don't try to shoulder everything by yourself.
Before hanging up, Dr. Noah purposefully lets out another exaggerated sigh. Zane lowers his phone, its light slowly becoming dim in the heavy darkness of the night.
With so many people behind me, I should be the one walking ahead, yes?
At 3 in the morning, a lone car glides across the wet streets before coming to a stop in front of Maltosio. The store employee has just flipped the sign to close, but when they turn around, their final customer of the day greets them.
You're just in time, Dr. Zane. 1 minute later, and we would have been closed.
I'm sorry for coming in so late. I'll have 1 sea salt chiffon cake and 1 dark chocolate hazelnut brownie, both of them to go. Ah, yes. For the next month, could you please deliver 1 dessert each day to this address?
A whole month?
I wish someone did that for me.
You can't do it?
We can. It's just that you've already reached our highest tier for award points. We can't give you anything else right now. Are you going on another trip, Dr. Zane?
Please deliver the new menu items when they become available. Thank you.
Don't worry. I wrote down the address. Let me just confirm the customer's name one more time. This is the young lady, right?
As he places the desserts on the passenger seat, he notices the snow has already accumulated. It's about an inch deep on the road. That's dangerous. Better get home. The car radio broadcasts tomorrow's weather report. Overcast skies with heavy snow again. Experts have yet to determine the cause of these unusual weather patterns. Zane lowers his head, opens his recent contacts, and carefully writes a message about his departure. As he imagines her reaction, he's embraced in a reverie, his features softening with a gentle tenderness. After sending the message, he opens the notes on his phone. The most recent entry was made at 4 o'clock a.m. the day before yesterday. This man does not sleep. First dream. Second dream, Mount Eternal. Third dream, Mount Eternal William. Fourth dream, chocolate, potted jasmine, gravestone, monster. 14th dream, too fragmented. I can't remember anything clearly. Ooh. Ever since he returned from Chancia City, these nightmares have appeared more frequently. It's as if fate is sending him omens. Trying to ease the dull ache of fatigue, Zane massages his temples. He turns off his phone, tosses it onto the seat, and grips the steering wheel. The windshield wipers sweep away the snow, but the snowfall grows heavier by the minute. He can barely see less than 15 meters ahead. When Zane finally makes out the two white shapes as a mother and child stumbling along, his car is already dangerously close to them. Don't hit them. He jerks the wheel violently to one side. The taillights cut arcs through the snow, and the car crashes into the wave-shaped guardrail. It comes to an abrupt stop in a strip of green vegetation. Terrified, the mother and her child fall. The kid in her arms is covered in crystals and resembles a twisted glass sculpture. Huh? In the darkness pierced by headlights, Zane sees something approaching the pair with slow, deliberate steps. Its breath is warm, its presence screaming danger.
Stay back!
It wears human clothes, but there's nothing human about this creature. Crystals have consumed most of its massive body that's hunched over. Strange growths are still pushing through whatever is left on its skin. Its face is twisted into a grotesque expression. Its pupils gleam an eerie dark blue. Each step it takes makes the ground tremble.
Stay away!
With trembling hands, the woman covers her child's eyes.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared.
Inside the car, Zane's nerves suddenly tense as the ringing in his ears, which had subsided, violently returns. Sharp spikes grow from the ice, materializing in his hand. Zane raises his arm and aims the icy thorns at the monster. The colors of the night silently encroach into its power. It's like death itself is... Ugh. I hate when it does that. As the monster raises his hand towards the mother and child, a cold gleam suddenly cuts through the air and pierces its chest. Fragmented ice blooms from the monster's chest and almost covers its entire body. The woman looks up in shock to see a figure step out from the car. Moonlight illuminates his cold, almost mechanical gaze. As the monster lunges forward, a thin blade of ice instantly materializes in his palm. Slick like the wind and emanating deadly frost, it flies towards the monster's body in the blink of an eye.
Mommy! It's okay. Someone's here to help us. Just hold on a little longer. Stay awake. Promise me.
Amidst the shattering of ice crystals, everything seems to freeze in time. The monster falls to the ground and snow flies everywhere. Obscuring all visibility, a white mist appears. A violent gust of wind howls and sends ice crystals towards the motionless woman. Still dazed from the recent brush with death, she stares ahead. From the blizzard, footsteps approach. Each step echoes like it's the ticking of a countdown.
Please, save my son. He hasn't turned into a monster yet. He won't become one of them.
The tall man blocks the car's headlights and casts a shadow over the mother and child before him. The woman shrieks back in fear, and the chocolate slips from the child's trembling hands. It falls onto the snow.
Saving him would be pointless.
How dare you!
Ignoring her anger, Zane bends down to pick up the chocolate and holds it out to her. Ice crystals fall from his fingertips, landing on the chocolate's wrapper. They melt to wash away the blossoming bloodstains.
He's beyond saving.
No! He hasn't turned into a monster! He's still alive! He...
Heart-wrenching sobs slice the darkness as clouds once again obscure the moon. Zane's silhouette quickly dissolves into the snowy night. Murder! Okay. Almost there, almost there. I have those colors. Sure. I can put it on auto now.
A challenge will always be exciting. Are you...
Take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around. Silas!
It can't escape. This is only the beginning.
There's more than enough.
Don't rush
There's
in
like-
carelessly.
We're at
Damn it.
I think we're at the end of
Take this!
There's fighting.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
Are you up for a joyride later?
Where do you want to take me?
Guess.
Are you usually able to do your abyss? Like full clear? Am I gonna have a hard time?
A challenge will always be exciting. Are you prepared?
Take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
Stay on your toes. It's changing how it attacks. Be careful. Don't let it hit you. It was a piece of cake.
Let's do take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around. It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. Yet don't be shy when using me.
My turn.
Not bad.
Take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
Your plan worked again.
With you here, I only need one plan. This will be easy. I'll treat it as a warm-up. Are you prepared to keep up with me?
Take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around. Silas,
It can't escape. Watch out. It's gonna attack. We're halfway there.
it won't take this!
It's time to serve the main course. It's your time to shine. It's time to meet your maker. Are you up for a joyride later?
Where do you want to take me?
Guess.
Hello? Oh, that was weird. Um, I did receive the information. Um, I'm going to I'm gonna end this stream and then just give me like 5 or 10 minutes to take a break and then I'll start a new stream for Genshin. Just so I don't have to edit this one when I export it to YouTube. How do I use Love and Deep Space on PC? I downloaded an emulator. I think it's called Mumu Player. Mumu? Yeah. It's supposedly supposed to be the best emulator to run the game, but it's still a little stuttery, but I guess it depends on your PC. But yeah. So far so good. Sometimes the cutscenes are a little stuttery, but it still gets the job done. I'm like trying to set up like an iPad thing, but that's a whole other issue, technical issue. Just log in off stream. I mean, I do have a way of just switching, but I want to take a little break and then just start a new one. So, I will do that. And just give me like 5-10 minutes and I'll be right back with a new stream for Genshin. And then I'll do your abyss. Good, good. LOL. I just don't want to edit this one. That's why. I don't want to edit. I don't want to like have to edit out the thing. Oh, when I'm logging in? Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back. Bye, lad stream, for now.